Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Spin Cycle, the show for short reviews of albums new and old. And today I'm going to be talking about a brand new album that just came out in August by Sabaton. It's called The Last Stand. Sabaton is from Falun, Sweden. They formed in 1999. They started under a different name but basically became Sabaton, led by Joachim Broden and Per Sundström. They're definitely a power metal band with military history themes as kind of the most prominent subject of their songs. Founding members Broden and Sundström are actually the only two consistent members. There was a big lineup change in 2012 that left them as the only two members of the band after recording Carolus Rex. And they are a major touring band, not just in Europe, but also in the United States. You can actually check out my latest video of I was there last night because I saw them last night. It's actually the second time I've seen them in the last year and a half, so it's great to see them come to the States, and they put on a fantastic live show, and that's one of the reasons why so many people absolutely adore this band. So let's look at The Last Stand. The Last Stand is their 8th studio album. It's a follow-up to 2014's Heroes. Now this is a concept album. It's about last stands, so battles like Thermopylae and Bannockburn and subject like the Lost Battalion. And there's a few editions of this album that include some bonus tracks, including one that I haven't been able to find that includes a cover of Iron Maiden's Afraid to Shoot Strangers. It's the same lineup as Heroes, although one of the guitarists left the band prior to the album's release, and so they brought in a new guitarist, and I can vouch for him. He's a good guitarist. The album itself is not much of a style shift for the band. It's pretty much what you would expect from Sabaton, but that doesn't mean it's boring. In fact, it's a rousing album. They start off with a very powerful song to really get you reeled in with Sparta. They just draw you right in with this power anthem song. And there is a lot of diversity on the album in terms of musical themes. They do go in various different directions, like Sparta and Blood of Bannockburn. These are ones that are very different in tone than, to each other. And some of it might sound familiar because it's, again, like I said, it's not much of a style shift for them, but they do stick to their guns, and pun intended. They do keep their signature sound there, and they do play it extremely well throughout this album. From start to finish, it is a fantastic album. Some of the highlights from the album include The Lost Battalion. That's a great song about some World War I history, but it's also a fantastic anthem song. Hill 3234 has one of those kind of battle cry refrains where they're hold your ground. It's one of those just great songs that get you energized and get you, pumped up. Shiroyama, I really like this song not just because it's fast and fun, but also because I love everything samurai, and since they did some samurai military history, some Japanese military history here, I thought it was a fantastic addition to what we've normally heard, which is a lot of, World War I and World War II history. Rorke's Drift, this is just a great song. This is just a lot of fun. This is just a really fun song across the board. So another example of just them having a lot of fun on this album. And then I do want to point out one of the covers that they did. They do have a cover of All Guns Blazing by a Judas Priest cover. Sabaton is a great covers band. They've done a number of covers that have just left me speechless of how good they are. And this is another example of where they just absolutely nailed it. In this case, a Judas Priest song. But my favorite song on the album has to be, What He Said. This Sparta, this song is fantastic, and it's, opening the album with a song like this is just superb. It's a great way to draw people in. It's a great way to get the energy going right away, and it's one of those that's just like a fist pumping type of song, just raise your fist in the air and just scream. Yeah, like those people. Overall, this is a worthy follow-up to Heroes and certainly a strong addition to Sabaton's catalog. Time may change my mind. I might actually come to love this album even more than some of the other ones, but right now, after a few listens, it doesn't quite reach the same level as something like Carolus Rex or The Art of War, but it's pure, unabashed Sabaton, and that means it is excellent, and I highly recommend this album, especially if you're a Sabaton fan, but if you're not, this is also a good way to kind of get into the band. It's very solid metal. In honor of Sabaton, my top 5 for this week are songs about real historical people, so let's go right away. Rasputin by Teresos is obviously about Grigory Rasputin. That one's not too hard. Ballad of Ira Hayes by Johnny Cash was a good song about one of the soldiers who raised the flag on Iwo Jima, Native American Ira Hayes, who had an unfortunate life following World War II. Abraham Lincoln by Clutch is about Abraham Lincoln, although not really about him, but at the same time, it's also about a guy who had a very unfortunate thing after the war. He got shot in the head, if you don't know. I even got to throw in some more Sabaton here, and I'm going to talk about To Hell and Back because that song is about a real-life Captain America, Audie Murphy, during World War II. He was Captain America before the steroids. And then one of my favorite songs about real history, Iron Maiden's Alexander the Great, 356, 323 BC. This song is just fantastic off of Somewhere in Time, and it's about Alexander the Great, and as a classicist, it's a great history of Alexander the Great comprised in one song. I'm so got to give Iron Maiden tons of props for doing something like that. Let me know what you think of Sabaton's new album, The Last Stand. If you enjoy it, what you think about, the direction that Sabaton has gone. Also, check out my most recent episode of I Was There Last Night because I do talk about the Sabaton show that I saw last night, along with Trivium and Huntress, so do check that out as well. Thanks a lot for watching Spin Cycle, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, you can click over here to subscribe to my channel, or you can check out my website over here at dkestner.com, where you can find out more about everything I do, including the books I've written, like Elliot Knoll, and so many others. So thanks a lot for watching.